Hi everyone, how have you been? How is your week so far? How is your day? How are your plans coming out as coming along as the new days come to a close of the year? How is everything? How is your faith in God? How are you fighting a good fight? How are you helping someone else fight a good fight? I thank God for an opportunity to share, for an opportunity to speak in someone's life, someone I've never met, but who God is ministering to through me, and also an opportunity for me to just hear His word as I speak it and to allow Him to exalt His word also in my life. Because just because I speak doesn't mean that I have it and I don't need it. Actually, when I speak, I also get an opportunity to hear what God says, and it also encourages me to be able to grow in my faith. Today, I just want to encourage you. You could be there and you're just looking at your life and wondering whether there is anything happening, whether there is anything good happening, the promises that God gave you, whether they are real. Is He doing anything? Is anything happening really? Are you in this place of waiting and nothing is happening? And I was just reading the story of Abram and Lot in Genesis chapter 14. I went through the whole chapter. And just to take you back, in Genesis chapter 13, um, remember Lot was given an opportunity by Abram to choose the land that he would want to go to and settle there, because they had become so wealthy that it was now becoming, the land could no longer hold the both of them, Lot and Abram. And because Abram wanted peace, he told Lot to choose first. And Lot looked and chose. And you're probably at that point where you're wondering why I gave Lot an opportunity to choose and he chose the best and left me with rocks or leftovers. Or when you look with your physical eyes, you can't see anything good in what was left for you. But God is amazing. That's what happened, that a Lot chose. In fact, it is said that he went and pitched his tent outside Sodom. He chose, when you look with your eyes, what he chose was the best. And chapter 14, it happens that there's war, and everyone in Sodom and Gomorrah, people of Sodom are taken away. Even Lot actually now, the Bible says that Lot had actually moved his camp, his tent inside Sodom, and they were all carried away. And it happened that God allowed one person to escape, and he went and told Abram that this has happened in Sodom, and your nephew Lot is actually one of the people who's been taken captive and everything that he had. And when you look back, you think, what happened? I thought, the choice that Lot made was the place of security, was the place where everything was perfect. And so it is with our eyes. Sometimes when we look with our eyes, actually most of the times, all the time when we see with our eyes just see what is here, what is visible. But God sees the invisible. And I believe that what is not seen is way, way greater. And you can imagine that Abram becomes the one who goes to save the kings who had been attacked and taken and carried off. And he saves Lot, and he even brings them back, and he does not even ask for anything. He says, just give my guys what is due to them because they fought. And I don't want you to say at the end of the day that you're the ones who made me rich. He told that to the king of Sodom. And let me just encourage you. Here and now, it might not look it might not look like anything is happening, but God is preparing you for something greater. And it might take a while. Lot got his instant nice place immediately, but it took a while for Abraham to actually see the promise of God fulfilled, because Abraham was not just carrying a promise for one person. He was carrying a promise for generations. God had said that this is the land that I'd give to you inheritance. It was Canaan. Well, Canaan was taken over way later. Generations after generations had passed after Abraham. So hold on, be encouraged. What you see might not necessarily be it, because there is what we don't see, which is in the spirit. And let God encourage you and give you strength for His glory and for His honor. His honor. You can just go through Genesis chapter 13 and 14 and see just how the two events unfolded and how Abraham just saw God lift him. Thank you. God bless you and be encouraged in the Lord.